The theme of my talk this morning is optimising my life. I'm honoured that you've come here, on the back of maybe finding out, a little bit more about myself, and I would argue that the team around me, my credibility, I guess, for being here is, for maybe you arriving here, is that I've done some events and achieved some goals in my life that are personal to me, that people said couldn't be done, and people said wouldn't be done, that were absolutely impossible to achieve. But thankfully I've been fortunate enough to make them happen in my life. I would argue that anybody, and the events, the kind of stuff I've done, I guess you know at this stage, is to run a marathon every day for 32 days, which on the face of it sounds crazy, sounds impossible, but thankfully we had a fantastic experience, and I'm going to share some footage of that later on with you today. I would argue that anybody in this room can run the equivalent or achieve the equivalent goal in their lives if they choose to do it. Whatever your 32 marathon challenge is, whatever it is for you, whether that's work-wise, business-wise, family-wise, sporting-wise, anything, I would argue that you can do something of that magnitude, whatever your personal goal is. And that's what I want to share with you for the next hour and 10 minutes. My story is a very simple story, that I would argue that you can achieve anything you want in your life, if you want it badly enough, if you adopt the right mindset, if you take action, and if you follow through no matter what obstacles are put in front of you, and I will give you examples of that. Facebook have a philosophy in their organisation, what we can achieve when we focus on something. And what they've achieved in the last 12 months, from August 2010 to August 2011, when they focused on something, they went from 300 million users to 750 million users in 12 months. And that's the power of focusing on a goal, and that is their mantra in their organisation. So let's begin. You've got your notebooks, you've got your notepads. They're not, well, they are for doodling if you want to doodle. But we would love, even if you just write down one thing, we would encourage you to maybe have 3 takeaways, maybe something that each talk might give you, maybe, and that's why we put down 3 potential points. But you write down as little or as much as you want. But I would argue that if there's anything that resonates with you, even if you only change one thing over the next 2 days, or maybe realise maybe the wisdom of potentially introducing one new thing to your life, if you write it down, you are 1,000 times more likely to put it into action. So you're probably wondering why we had you up at 6:30 this morning.
Let's loosen up our bodies, wake up our bodies. I believe is to live a balanced life, and that's what I'm going to cover in this section. Balanced life is a life that's fulfilled. Lots of people have come to me and they might have a lot of success in one area, but they're not fulfilled. And what fulfillment then is all about balance. So when I coach through 3 different things, by questions, choices and stories. So I'd love to share with you a story about how I live my balanced life. And I'd love you to take as much notes as possible. When we write, we learn 50 times faster. Are you all up for this? You up? Yeah. Yes. Hands up. So number 1 in this fulfillment wheel is up here, inner peace. This is what we did this morning and yesterday. So if you rated yourself before you came here, of inner peace and how you felt, with the mind being calm and relaxed, how would you rate yourselves out of 10? And if you'd like to share out of 10 where you were before you came here. And what I call inner peace is when we're calm, we're relaxed and centered. And the opposite to that is when we're thinking of a load of things and we're under pressure, we're racing and rushing. So before you got here, how would you rate yourselves out of 10? Anyone like to share? So I'd love you to take time out now just to think about this segment. Where are you out of 10 in this? And what has to happen to you for you to get to 10 of inner peace and inner calmness? And Gerry's going to put on some quiet music and lower the lights just for you to take a few minutes.
So what I plan to do is, for the hour, we're going to explore a little bit around change. We're going to look at in terms of our businesses, right, we're looking to get fit, to get focused, and get really fit for the road ahead. That's what we're really after. So we have a piece on exploring change. We're going to explore why we do what we're doing. Right? We're doing, let's call it stuff every day. We're doing things in our personal life, in our business life. And we're doing them for a reason. We're going to explore that in this session. And we're going to explore what's stopping us doing what we really need to do. Right? What might be holding us back in small areas and big areas. And by 6:15, we'll be making the breakthrough. Everybody up for that?
Yeah.
If everybody up for that, say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody up for that?
Yes.
Stop you in going to the next level within your career. What's going to stop you to go to the next level with your friendships? What's ultimately going to stop you? Feel your personal power, right? Now we're talking about our physiology, our focus, and the language that we're saying to ourselves right now. Again, what we're going to do is 1, 2, and this time we're going to go through. Right? We're actually going to allow whatever, just the energy to go with the through. Okay? So here we go. We go 1, 2, and through.
Breakthrough time. New journey, new growth, expansion. Right, let's talk about
Yeah, I could go over there, but I know the guys are on the time, but there's a meeting plan there for 7 days.